Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Legal Matters by Sai Babu Sankara. In this video, we are going to discuss a public interest litigation. In America, they call it as class action suit. In England, they call it as citizen action suit. In whatever name it is called, it is judicial activism. And the public interest litigation is mainly intended for the interest of the general public, securing the human rights, securing the dignity of the common people, or protecting the environment and ecology. Basically, it will be intended to protect the weaker sections of the society, and it is an exception to the principle of locus standi. So with this brief introduction, we want to proceed regarding the case law. Before that, let me remember our great jurist, Justice V.R. Krishnaiah. In the very famous case of Mumbai Kamgar Sabha versus Abdullah Bhai, 1976, where I think it may be the first case, just like Gauriat case is the first case in London or UK. This is the first case where he accepted the rights of the weaker section should be protected. So from those days onwards, so people are filing the so-called public interest litigation bills under Article 32 or 226 of the Constitution of India in Indian courts. Now we are going to discuss a case law on Apple. Apple company, Apple Inc., very famous company, it is now embroiled in a class action suit. Previously, we discussed in my previous videos regarding the dispute between Apple and Google Inc. Now, cash apps like Venmo, VENMO, and Cash App customers, they filed a public interest litigation against Apple Inc. for, please remember, or with the allegations that Apple Inc. abused its market power to limit competition in the mobile peer-to-peer transactions or peer-to-peer payment space. This we have been observing. You may be remembering previously when we are purchasing the Apple so-called mobile phones. Of course, I don't purchase. My children or my brother's son, my daughter, they used to send the phones on that Black Friday sales or some things. But still, they used to give the mobile charger plus adapter also. Previously, they used to supply. Now, you can see that they have stopped supplying of the adapter and you have to purchase the same from outside. And there were allegations that the Apple company is reducing the battery powers of the old mobile phones so that you have to rush for the new ones. There are allegations. And the dispute between Google and Apple, that they have infringed the copyright act of that Google. And they have paid some fine, they have settled it outside. Now coming to the present case, what is this case? So presently, cryptocurrency is in the offing. It has come into practical use. You can't stop it. You can regulate it, but you can't stop it. And the allegation is that Apple company is trying to limit the competent power, and they are collecting for their apps. They are collecting the amounts also exorbitantly. And presently, the companies like Venmo and Cash App, the customers of those particular Cash Apps, they have been alleging that Apple as being using its market power, because so it is a prestigious thing to have a mobile phone of Apple company. Yes, definitely people will consider you in a higher range. So using its market power, they are resorting to this limiting the competition. That means if anybody wants to use their apps, they have to pay more money. If anybody, any company people, they want to have their app with the Apple company, definitely they have to pay more. Right. Presently, this lawsuit was filed in Sanos. Normally, since it is a Spanish name, we call it as Sanos, but the spelling is San Jose, S-A-N-J-O-S-E, maybe Saint Joseph. Sanos, California. So this is a U.S. District Court. The CV number is 5-23, I think they have given. The number I will tell you the last one. So this suit was filed in the court of California by the consumers. There are four consumers from New York, Hawaii, then South Carolina and Georgia. These complainants or these consumers, they have accused Apple of violating the antitrust law through the so-called its agreements with PayPal's Venco and the so-called Square. PayPal's Venco and Square companies Cash App. So the actions by the Apple company, they have caused much loss to the consumers because they have to pay rapidly inflating prices. This is the allegation, right? So please remember, according to the lawsuit, Apple's agreement restrict the future competition with the peer-to-peer payment app. The company prohibits the existing or new platform from using decentralized cryptocurrency technology. Of course, whether it will stand in the court or not, it is a different thing. But Apple company is now embroiled in another class action suit. So this is what you have to know. Antitrust law. You have to remember antitrust law, which is being faced by the so-called Apple, right? And it may face trouble from the so-called payment card users because it is anti-competitive practice being followed by the Apple. Let us see what will happen. But anyway, it's a classic case of example for the so-called class action suit. Now, I have contacted my brother, Mr. Nakaran. He has given the details also. This case is pending in U.S. District Court, Northern District of California, case number 523-CV by 05981. If you type this one, you will get all the details of the case. So, read the case law and enrich your legal knowledge. Thank you.